Hello there everybody, Fast to LEGO Studios here, and welcome back guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I've not been uploading in about the past month or so here, but that is all for a very good reason. And that reason is I've put together the most iconic restaurant in all of Springfield, the LEGO Simpsons Krusty Burger. And before I dive in any further into this build here, I quickly want to point out to you guys that I've uploaded this build onto LEGO Ideas. And essentially what I mean there is if this LEGO set achieves 10,000 supporters, it will then be considered to become an official LEGO set. And for me personally, that would be an absolutely out of the extraordinary experience to once again have yet another LEGO Simpsons set out there on the shelves. Just kind of having the Simpsons house next to the Quickie Mart, and then hopefully potentially next to the Krusty Burger would make an excellent addition to the entire LEGO Simpsons lineup. So with all that being said guys, there'll be a link right the way down in the description of this video that you guys can click. There'll be as well a link right the way the pinned comment. Either link would lead you to the very same webpage, which from that LEGO Ideas webpage, you guys can click support and share with as many people as you guys know. I would greatly appreciate each and every single one of your guys' support. And getting back to the model of this build, let me tell you guys, the exterior of this build didn't go together too easily. Reason being is because there's no particular episode from The Simpsons that really shows a full 360 of the entire Krusty Burger. So if you guys imagine I had to watch multiple episodes from The Simpsons to really figure out how did the Krusty Burger look, but surely there is to be a little bit of flexibility within the Krusty Burger build. And by what I mean there is as you kind of look through the Simpson episodes, they are at different locations of the Krusty Burger just about every single time. And by that in mind, and this being a fast food chain restaurant, there really is no permanent layout, such as like how the Simpsons house has like a specific area of the living room, specific area of the kitchen, and so on and so forth. So with that kind of being in mind, I have that little bit of flexibility to go between and find that little sweet spot of where I can build a little bit of a different assembly there, or kind of keep the very same construction depending upon the interior of the build. And then moving on to the sides of the roof of the Krusty Burger, this area in particular probably was the most complicated area of this entire build. Reason being is because of all these specific conditions that had to have been met. And those conditions kind of include the pure geometry of this roof, the texture, and the structural kind of stability going into the assembly of this model. So plenty of different factors that I had taken into account here when building it, and in the end, just stacking bricks up, slanting them inwards with a clip, and placing some sloped bricks on the sides made the build look quite nice, quite iconic, and I just about stuck with that design. And then taking a closer look over into the interior of Krusty Burger, I tried to find the best possible ratio of like the max amount of detail while still allowing minifigures to walk through. And to get a much better view into the inside of Krusty Burger, the back two walls open up. Similar concept towards how Quickie Mart works with having those two walls to open up as well. It worked out in both of these cases simply because of like its shape and layout of the Krusty Burger overall. Surely there are a couple more parts with the Krusty Burger that you do not have to remove with the Quickie Mart, but I simply did not want to sacrifice displayability value for playability value. And then to get much better access into the inside of the bathroom, all you guys gotta do is remove the top right panel of the build, and once you do so, you don't only get more access into it, but you also get more light into that area of the build. And taking a much closer look into the interior of Krusty Burger, being at a minifigure scale level, as you guys can see, I've attempted to incorporate as much seating into this build as possible. and not only one type of seating, but different type of variations of seating to kind of give it a little bit of diversity and let the build be a little bit less boring in that sense. I have as well incorporated plenty of fine and subtle details into the build, but yet effective, that I think you guys can appreciate, such as getting the surveillance camera in place, the trash can, vents, and a lot more smaller stuff going onto the tables. And taking a closer look over onto the opposite side of Krusty Burger, this area in particular probably was the most time-consuming part of the entire build. And the reason I say that is due to all the graphic designing that I had to do with the Krusty Burger menu, the poster, and other very fine touches going all about. You guys may also notice from this angle a little preview of the kitchen and what it has to offer. Taking a much closer look over into the interior of the kitchen, this area I've really tried to fill up. And some of those finer details kind of include the boxes underneath the cash register, the mini tray with some of the ingredients to make the Krusty Burger, the shelving that is made for the Krusty Burgers to go, and we have the cooking stove and the deep fryer right the way off on the side. And finally, the huge milkshake machine right beside the food tray. Looking at the drive-thru window, right the way on the left side, you guys can see the microphone, on the right the cash register, and right the way in the center, the little hole where you can pass through the food. And to finish off this build, I've put together Marge's orange station wagon. And my reasoning behind that is I've seen it in the episodes, her car was at Krusty Burger before, and this just about fits perfectly within the context. I'm not gonna lie, Homer's car probably would have been a little bit more better fitting for this, but with LEGO's guidelines saying that they do not want to recover the very same ground, this leaves me with one option to put together Marge's car. As you guys can see, I've stuck with the very same building style as Homer's car did, and so did the police car. I've kept that very same aesthetic going on all the way throughout, just in case if you guys potentially have the older sets, this would fit in perfectly. For the minifigures, I've chosen the 8 most complimentary minifigures that go along with this build. And these minifigures are consisting of the entire Simpsons family, plus Krusty, Mr. Teeny, and Jeremy Friedman, also known as Squeaky Voiced Teen. And there you have it, guys, the LEGO Simpsons Krusty Burger. Just as I mentioned from the beginning of the video, this LEGO project is up on LEGO Ideas, meaning that if this gets 10,000 supporters, it will be taken into consideration to becoming an official LEGO set. So let's make it happen, guys. Let's get those 10,000 supporters and bring back the short-lived LEGO Simpsons theme. I would greatly appreciate each and every single one of your guys' support as we continue our journey with this LEGO Krusty Burger. But with all that being in mind, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below in the comment section of what are your guys' thoughts on the LEGO Simpsons Krusty Burger. But with all that being considered, keep on building, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.